Argentina outlasted Cabo Verde 3-2 in extra time to advance to the World Cup round of 16. Lionel Messi scored his 20th career World Cup goal. That was near an afterthought in a crazy game that saw Cabo Verde rally multiple times to tie the match. First was Duarte, who found the back of the net in the 59th minute to tie the match. Goalkeeper and viral sensation Lozinha made a couple of nice saves on Messi, and Cabo Verde improbably forced the match into extra time. Now, Lisandro Martinez put Argentina up 2 minutes into extra time, but Cabo Verde once again found the answer in the 103rd minute. Cindy Lopez Cabral curled the ball past Emiliano Martinez for one of the goals of the tournament, tying the match again. It was an own goal off a corner kick that hit Dine Borges' hand, that sent Argentina through to the next round. And in that round, they will take on Egypt in the round of 16 on Tuesday. Egypt coming off their first ever knockout win. Time now to welcome in CBS Sports soccer analyst John Buckets Eimer. And John, an instant classic. Nobody saw this coming. I sure didn't. I don't know if you did. How did Argentina outlast Cabo Verde, who seemed like they were going to be right there till the end and perhaps get the victory? But in the end, the defending champs barely hold on.
I wish, Chris, that I could say I saw this coming, that I was some, cleric that had, clairvoyance that could predict the future. Nobody saw this coming. Cape Verde were a team that people used as an argument as to why the World Cup shouldn't expand and allow more countries in, because people were saying that Cape Verde was going to be a waste of time, a waste of energy. Some little island nation with a population of 500,000 weren't going to press anyone. Not only did they just take Argentina to extra time, but this is a team that drew against Spain, that scored twice and took points off of Uruguay, that took points off Saudi Arabia. This is a team that played with more passion, more heart, more resilience than any other team I've seen in this World Cup. And this is by far, Chris, the greatest football match I have seen in my entire life. I had money on Argentina, and I was rooting for Cape Verde the entire time. I was hoping that I would lose because it was just that inspiring and just that amazing to see. Of course, Argentina hold on in the end. But I have goosebumps still. I can't put into words what that means, what that kind of performance means to a nation, to fans, to neutral fans just watching the sport for the first time. It was truly the definition of the beautiful game here, Chris.
525,000 people, right? That's how many people are in the country of Cabo Verde. And I know you said you can't put into words what this means, but can you at least give us a perspective of how just gratifying and how inspiring this could be for the World Cup to see a country of that size where they're not given any chances to beat the defending champs, let alone hang with them, and they're able to do this? I mean, this is why we fall in love with sports, no?
This is absolutely why we fall in love with sports. And this could happen in any sports, this kind of upset, this kind of Cinderella story. And that's what it absolutely was, because nobody gave this team the time of day. I can try to put it into words, but all I know is this is the kind of performance that if you are watching this Cape Verde side, this inspires you not only to fall in love with this game, but just to be a better person. After watching those celebrations and those goals, I'm talking to myself like, I got to start running again. I got to eat healthier. I got to do, I got to change who I am to be a better person, because watching that, it's beautiful. And it's what sports are all about, watching something like that. Cape Verde, for the entire World Cup, their over or under to score goals was, can they get over 1.5? That was the argument that people were making. Would they score even 2? Well, they just did it against the reigning champions and the second-ranked team on the planet. It is truly what sports are all about here, Chris.
Yeah, cannot wait to see what they do for an encore in the next World Cup if they are able to qualify. But when you think about Argentina, okay, they escape. So everybody, a lot of people are thinking, okay, they're just going to go all the way right to the World Cup championship game and win it in the final. But when you think about who they have to face next, right, in Egypt coming off their first knockout round win, how do you see that matchup playing out?
This is going to be a bit of a controversial take, but I think that this close game will actually help Argentina in the long run, because when you are this heavy of favorites, when you're this big of a country, this big of a nation, you probably get a little bit of an ego, right? You're looking at Cape Verde and then Egypt next, and you're thinking, cool, 2 easy games. We saw it in the 2022 World Cup when they lost to Saudi Arabia. Sometimes you need either a loss or a close game like this to wake you up a little bit. You can't take anything for granted, and there is no such thing as an easy win or an easy match in this World Cup. Cup. So I expect Argentina to do a lot of soul searching between now and Egypt. And ultimately, I think it will help them be better in the long run. I expect them to take no chances against Egypt and to really tighten up that back line. Because if you're conceding 2 to Cape Verde, that's not good news. You got to fix a lot of things before you're ready to take on a team like France way down the road.
Yeah, maybe this is the wake-up call that they needed, because now everybody is watching. Okay, is Argentina, are they going to slip up, or are they going to rise to the occasion like we've seen in years past? John Buckets-Eimer, appreciate the time, man.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chris.
And multiple errors, one passion. Trace the evolution of U.S. soccer from the very beginning with the U.S. Men's Soccer Trilogy. Stream every era exclusively on Paramount+.